Here just past the 20-yard line.
Here's the rookie from Oregon.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Levis back to throw.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
A.J. Dillon.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's May. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Back to throw, it's Levis. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Levis to throw off play action.
This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Dillon. He'll get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jonnu Smith punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Levis.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing here is May. This is caught by McMillan.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he will find his man on the outside.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To the air, May.
They finds Douglas complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw, it's May.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Levis sets up to throw here. Open man here is Benson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now here is another interception. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Levis looking to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Levis to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Now Levis.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend.
And they go play action with May.
He'll find Metcalf. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. May. He'll find McMillan here.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
They'll throw with May.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
3rd down and 13.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. This ball down the field for Pitts. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second and 10.
Back to throw here.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
Oh, nice. There he goes, left side.
Kyle Pitts.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Kyle Pitts.
70 yards.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pass midfield. Marcus Jones, one man to beat.
And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Levis from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. From the gun, it's May. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's May.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles. Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
This is brought in at the 21. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Completes it to Douglas. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Throwing here is May.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Levis.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. Back now in Miami. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Benson.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 25. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
A give up the middle with Benson.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Levis back to throw.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they will try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
To the air, May.
His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
That is caught.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's May.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's May.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though...
And my goodness, another interception. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And they take a knee.